Guatemala City playing host for the first time to a CONCACAF League final in its 5th edition. It all comes down to tonight. It's the second leg. Comunicaciones at home to take on Motagua. Comunicaciones a 2-1 lead after one leg, and it is picture perfect. There was a bit of rain at the stadium a few hours ago. It appears to have passed at this stage, and you really couldn't ask for better conditions under which to contest that trophy. 133 days. Beginning of this tournament, August the 3rd. It ends tonight. Here's a look at the bracket, how these teams got here. Motagua took maybe the more difficult road. They've already knocked off Marathon and forge in the semifinal. For Comunicaciones, well, Saprissa, as difficult an opponent as you're going to find in the quarterfinal. They knock off Guastatoya in the semifinal. As for the first leg between these teams, Honduras was a light and a buzz. Everyone excited to see Motagua in their third CONCACAF League final put their best foot forward. Ball slid across, hits the post. Motagua so close to the opener. What's more, so close to a handball from Jose Corena. Not meant to be. Skip ahead to the 22nd minute. What a phenomenal strike this is from long range. The opener from Jorge Aparicio. And it was 1-0 to Comunicaciones. A goal surely he will not forget. All not lost for Motagua. Don't forget, away goals irrelevant in this competition. And Motagua continued to strike in press conferences leading up to this match. Make no mistake, Diego Vasquez felt his team created enough opportunities. Opportunities like that, they weren't forceful enough to make more than just this one goal. Roberto Marrera scores in the 41st minute. Phenomenal service from Josue Lopez, and it's 1-1. Skip ahead to the second half. Fireworks galore, somewhat dangerously perhaps, but it's Comunicaciones with the ultimate firework. Anangano doesn't hear your firecrackers. He himself is one. He's onside when that ball is released, and Juan Luis Anangano delivers his third of the tournament to go along with a couple of assists. And while Lescano has been largely the big name, it's Aparicio and Anangano who have Comunicaciones ahead after one leg. And that leads us to tonight. Guatemala, in terms of CONCACAF club competition, has not exactly blown the doors off the joint over the past, call it, 40 years. There has been times in which this was one of the dominant epicenters, not just in Central America, but throughout all of CONCACAF. But in many ways, that has since fallen off. This is a side that won Guatemala's last title, Comunicaciones, at the CONCACAF level in 1978. It was actually a three-way title. They didn't end up playing a final. You could argue that tonight for Comunicaciones is the singular biggest game they've played on an international stage in this storied club's history. And notably, while they're still alive within the domestic league in Guatemala, the 30-time champion always wants to one-up Municipal. They have a chance to do that tonight on the CONCACAF stage. Willie Cueto has been quite clear. Pressure comes with wearing the Comunicaciones badge. Well, they're going to have to turn that pressure from coal into diamonds if they're to ultimately hold on to the silver at the end of the night. Meanwhile, for Motagua, 5 winless. They've fallen out of their domestic postseason, eliminated in the local tournament by Real España. This is all that's left in the calendar year 2021. Diego Vasquez, who has been around this block many, many times, dating back to 2013, the longest tenured manager in the Honduran First Division, has been clear. Different moments, different opponents, different players. They aren't really focused on the idea that this could be their third successive defeat in 4 years in the final of this competition. They've fallen to Saprissa and Herediano. There are no Ticos here tonight. It's Guatemala playing host. It's Comunicaciones the opponent, and the players that they send out perhaps will have a short memory of past failure and try and come back for the first time in a CONCACAF League final in the second leg since the inaugural edition in 2017 by Olympia of Honduras, no less. Music blares. Fans have waited hours in this venue. It has been loud and ruckus during that time. Motagua seeks the comeback of a lifetime. Comunicaciones looks for the first international crown in many lifetimes in Guatemala at the CONCACAF club level. Soak in this moment. 22 players, 4 officials. They'll decide the tale that'll be told at night's end. Comunicaciones, Motagua in the 2021 CONCACAF League final, second leg tonight in Guatemala City. The 60th year of CONCACAF. The 5th CONCACAF League final closes out what has been, to some extent, a return to normalcy in the CONCACAF region following the COVID-19 pandemic that certainly wreaked havoc on CONCACAF League and the world in the past year and a half. William Coito manages Comunicaciones. They have made one change. Sanavia goes to the bench. Karel Espinal comes in midfield. Contreras captains the side on midfield. Moscoso has been, in a word, extraordinarily busy in this competition. He hopes that's not the case tonight. The 3 officials on the field hail from Mexico. Drew Fisher is the 4th official from Canada. For Enrique Santander, this is his second leg CONCACAF League final appearance. He oversaw the 2017 second leg between Olympia and Santos de Guapolis of Costa Rica. Also happen to have Motagua's match against Forge earlier in this competition, and is well respected in the Liga MX in Mexico as well. Ruggier and Contreras meet, and a chance for us to meet the starting lineup for Motagua under Diego Vasquez. They've made one change. Christopher Melendez, dealing with a muscle injury, is available on the bench. He is not fit to start. So Jonathan Nunez will make his senior international debut tonight. Did not play a minute in this entire tournament. Starts it right back in what logically appears to be 5 in the back, but may end up looking a little bit different as we move forward. Is it on the minds of Motagua? Could this be a 3rd failure in 4 years? It's Comunicaciones with the lead. Their manager, Willie Coito, putting it simply, it would be a large blow, not only to his club, to Guatemalan football, if they reach this final, they have this magical run, but fail ultimately to walk away with the silverware. Will it be on his hands or on his? Away goals irrelevant, which plays a massive role tonight. Should we finish level at full time, it would go to extra time, potentially penalties, of which these two sides are all too familiar from a year ago. Motagua ousted Comunicaciones in this tournament in one of the longest penalty shootouts ever on an international stage. The international stage is set. These teams have waited. Comunicaciones, Motagua, the CONCACAF League final leg number 2 from Guatemala City. It is 2-1 to Comunicaciones with a road victory away to Motagua in the first leg last week. Motagua is in blue tonight. Elvire to throw. Elvire extends down the line. Gets the return. Trying to dance around Espino. Flicked ahead, Alski. The crowd was something to bark about early. Is Kevin Moscoso, 18 starts in the domestic campaign. It's his second year at the helm, the lead keeper for Comunicaciones. He backed up in 2019 in the early stages of the 2021 CONCACAF League for Comunicaciones. He's been busier than he'd probably like. He started every game in this tournament for the Guatemalans, 32 saves. Strong-willed slide in. Comunicaciones has this under control. Neither of these teams have actually ever lost the second leg of a CONCACAF League knockout series, which is pretty remarkable given that these teams are not exactly newcomers. Comunicaciones, 4 wins, 3 draws in 7 games. For Motagua, it is 6 wins, 4 draws in 10 in the second leg. Ball flicked across and hammered out by Oscar Santis. It's actually an international series, as you see the Comunicaciones bench. It dates back to 1986, the international stage. Rougier. Alski. Elvire has had a pioneering start early. Delgado. Diego Alski, the Argentine playmaker in midfield. I say playmaker, not goal scorer. There is indeed a difference. Away from Lopez to throw. Santos. Lost by Lopez. Came off of Santis. Lopez. Early ball at the header. It's a goal. It's Motagua. It's the perfect start. Roberto Marrera does it again. His 4th of the tournament. It comes at such a magnificent moment, so early in this final. He leaps over the top. He steers it perfectly inside the post. And Lopez, the service again. It borders on a carbon copy of the opener for Motagua in the first leg. And we're level in this final at 2 goals apiece. And all the while, it's that scoreline again. Contreras, the captain for Comunicaciones, trying to keep this crowd engaged. Now, penalties would be much further away than they were when these teams met in the preliminary round a year ago. As this is taken away, but let's be quite clear. These sides drew 2-2 on October 22nd, 2020. The match finished on October 23rd. Motagua won in penalties 15-14. 36 shots, 18 rounds, 29 scored. Well, it's 2-2 again with a long way to go. Howski. Robles battling away. Motagua's manager in the lead up to this match, Diego Vasquez, put it simply, I'm sure we're going to raise the cup tomorrow. Well, here they are on foreign soil, off to the start they were dreaming of. Espino steps in. Driven across Santos. Header steered across. Hit on the first time wide. What a terrifically difficult effort that was in the end. Throw into Vega. Out of the trap. And Lopez finding Morera for the opener. Morera ultimately had to watch from the locker room, injured in the quarterfinal against hated rival Olympia in 2020. So his side was eliminated. Tonight he may be the hero. Contreras. Not many frayed nerves there right now. Diego Vasquez turning to Jonathan Rougier. From the moment a young goalkeeper picks up gloves, he picks up the spotlight, but rare instances is that more the case than a club that receives international competition with such regularity. And such is the case for Rougier. There's contact, not enough to draw the whistle. Nunez. What a story he's going to be tonight. His fourth year playing in the first team at Motagua. He's played 28 games. He's assigned one of the 11 starting shirts in this final. Diego Vasquez spoke about some players being the same and some having moved on. There's an awkward in-between for Nunez. He was here, he just didn't play. Tonight, his CONCACAF senior debut. Lopez. Good work from Rafael Morales. This is a Guatemalan side that's truly meant for the now and not the future. Four in their starting 11 tonight, age 30 or older. Anangano at 32, Morales at 33, Contreras at 35, and the Golden Boot leader, Andres Lescano, at 31. Kick won by Howski. Some early treatment for Marcelo Pereira, Honduran defender. Lopez is run the other way from this. Howski who puts it in play. It's not his finest work. And that from Nunez may have lacked a bit of confidence as well. It does remain with Motagua, and perhaps dangerously so. Alvear's return, Espino. Aparicio. Motagua has numbers. Harsh slide in, Morera kept it. Alski watches this fly over the line. I asked genuinely, what was Moscoso supposed to do in that header? I'm sure there's a very clear answer. Perhaps that's why Comunicaciones' Superman in this competition was left out to dry. Motagua scoring in the 4th minute, the second leg of this final. Santis early. Too early for Contreras and Anangano. For Lopez, taken by Espino. Robles. Fully entrenched now with Guatemala. Robles on the senior international level. It's a safe play from Alvear with Lescano breathing down his neck. Espino. Away by Santos. Vega. Contreras races forward. Now he threads it. Never meant to find Anangano. Lopez. Lopez. Goal by Morera in the 4th minute. Leaves this aggregate on level terms. That was the 101st goal scored in the 2021 CONCACAF League. Began with 22 teams. The top 6 have ultimately punched their ticket already to Champions League. The draw for that tomorrow. So both these clubs do have a date in February. Comunicaciones Motagua joined by the 2 losing semifinalists. Forge FC of Canada, Guastatoya of Guatemala, Saprissa and Santos de Guapolis will play in Champions League in the spring as well. And what, frankly, has been as fascinating a CONCACAF League campaign as this competition has ever conjured up. Santos waving at that in a way that allows the rest of his compatriots to slink back. Contreras. Driven ball, Morales. Aparicio. Samayoa. Lost by Robles. Past the quarter-hour mark. Level terms in the aggregate. Motagua in the 4th minute. Comunicaciones knew how much energy Motagua would begin with. Going across for the Guatemalans. Morales bounces away calmly from Anongano. Driven away by Decas. Lopez. Calm from Nunez. And Alski to ground. Espino. Pereira. Offside flag had gone up. First time that the AR has been called into duty in this game. Ibrahim Martinez, Berto Morin. Honor of officiating from the touchlines in this final. Contreras, Espino. Fulcrum in the back leaves Morales with less space. Santis. Pressure now, Moneda. Alski. Lopez. We've seen this before. He's went for goal now. Simple for Moscoso. What a clever ball that was. Swinging in toward the post. Moneda in the 4th minute. He now has scored both of Motagua's goals in this final. The 41st minute, an equalizer in the opening leg. The 4th minute tonight proves to be an equalizer now as well. Aparicio and Anongano have scored for Comunicaciones. Espino. Pressure from Motagua, tightening its vice grip. Simple from Nunez. Alski Nunez. Lopez. Really, it was Elvire playing the massive role. It's been Lopez ever since. Well, they'll try this left side. Elvire. Delgado. He's lost it needlessly. Contreras floats this forward into a wide area. Lescano. Lescano. Brilliant slide, maintains the ball through Aparicio. It skims off the foot of Morales. Aparicio. Dominant positioning from Anungano, but that's a bit off the mark for Contreras. He's maintained. Robles making the run. Motagua begins the other way. Elvire. Nunez is starting to grow into the game. Past the midway point in this first half. The CONCACAF League Final 2021. Motagua finalist now for a third time in the 5 CONCACAF League campaigns. It's been Honduras and Costa Rica who've owned this competition. Comunicaciones, the impolite dinner guest tonight. Ball tees up for Delgado. Delgado! Case of Moscoso, Comunicaciones complete only the second comeback in CONCACAF League Final Series history. 2017 Olympia trailed 1-0 to Santos de Guapolis. Michael Chirino scored the second leg, went to penalties in the end. Lescano. Also was the only instance in which the final was decided on penalties. What a heavy ricochet. Pereira's got that covered. Corena, somewhat discarded in Colombia. No chance to play professionally. Went to Honduras initially. The international slot was already filled. So the player, now 29 years old, comes initially to Guastatoya, then time at Comunicaciones. Well, after being a bid actor in a series in Colombia, not their national team. Morales. Contreras. Lescano. Turn from Delgado. Unleashes Elvire. Marrera. Early ball finds the backside. Lopez floats. Header. Goal! It's 2 for Motagua. It's a lead. Marco Vega. Marco Vega answers the call. Lopez, another assist. And a totally unmarked Vega rises by his lonesome at the back post. And with the defensive header in front of goal, perhaps Moscoso could have handled that. But we'll never know. And Vega, whose career has been defined so often by what could have been. Player who's on the books at Marathon, at Real Sociedad in Honduras. Called into the national team 5 years ago. Has given Motagua their first lead in the series. And now for Comunicaciones, there was no panic and no massive change after the first goal. But at the time, they could always fall back on the fact that they were on level terms. That's no longer the case. And Motagua arrives with pressure. Samayoa. Contreras. Their response, short of an Ungano, lifted away by Lopez. Corena. The referee's going to have a few words here. Going over to check on the player down. Robles ensuring he is indeed on the naughty list. Husky wins the free kick. From a long way out, handled by Moscoso. That was Owski attempting to really hammer it home for Motagua. Bit of a tactical shift in bringing Lescano off onto the left now. For Comunicaciones, 7 and white. He's been their leading scorer in this competition. He may need to be the spark tonight. Nunez. Aparicio. Santos. What a difference half an hour makes. Morera, an equalizer in the tie. Vega breaks the deadlock. 3-2 Motagua on aggregate. They're seeking a third tonight. Lopez hammered off the back of Samayoa. Malski's won another foul. From a long way out. Oh, it's off the bar. Oh, leaping up and down Lopez. That seemed impossible. What an incredible rewrite of history that would have been. And now Comunicaciones trying to turn the momentum. Lascano rarely unleashed thus far. Turned away by Nunez. Contreras. Strike from Aparicio. Well, no matter what this is, it's not good. It's either a corner or a free kick. It is indeed a corner. Rougier comes sliding toward the vertical edge of the box. Corner Comunicaciones, their first dangerous set piece of the night. Santis. From half field, Auski. If you didn't know any better, you would think Motagua at this stage is playing with Comunicaciones. 2 tries from 40 yards or longer in the last 2 minutes. Down the line, Comunicaciones into the final third. Kept in by Rougier. All right, let's go all the way back to this. Lopez curling. It's almost impossible to hit that ball any cleaner than he did. He had already started to celebrate. And as he ran away from where he kicked it, he found it indeed was too good to be true. The wonder goal that wasn't in this CONCACAF League final. Samayoa. Decas lost his footing. Anangano able to recover. Aparicio. Anangano. Decas. Morales. Lascano. Contreras wins a free kick. Contreras, header snapped wide. Anangano driving across the face of goal. powers a header lasered off frame. Look at how far he comes from the edge of the penalty area to the penalty spot. He had the perfect beat on this ball from Contreras. He steps in front of all of Motagua's defense, slicing through brilliantly. The header didn't match the run. Contreras, Espino. Owski. Lascano caught him. Owski was part of Estudiantes, Copa Libertadores, and Argentine Primera Division winning sides. And a look at the second ball across from Lopez that proves to be the difference. Finding Vega in the 27th minute. Motagua 2, Comunicaciones 0. Aggregate 3 goals to 2 Motagua. A reminder that neither of these teams have ever lost the second leg in CONCACAF League. This is the 4th appearance for Motagua. It's the 3rd for Comunicaciones. It's fairly significant history. Comunicaciones on the ropes. But just 1 goal and they're back on level terms tonight. Lascano, Anongano, Aparicio. Lascano has the overlapping run, but instead goes forward. Ball settled, shot, and Rougier kept it out. Rougier kept it out off the bobble. His life flashes before his eyes. How close did this get? Well, the angle isn't perfect. He pulls it back into his body. Did it fully cross the line? Goodness me, what a turning point that could have been. Didn't come from much. Thrown quickly. Corner for Comunicaciones off Motagua's lackluster clearance. Contreras. Ball skips back. Santis saved. Ball is hammered home and on to no. Comunicaciones have pulled level in front of their ruckus home fans in Guatemala City. His fourth of the tournament, none bigger than this. Santis goes for goal. Pereira sticks his foot out. The initial danger, but the lurking shadow, Anungano, perfectly placed, drives it by Rugier. 3-3 on aggregate from number 33.
Damas y caballeros, su atención, por favor. Gol para Comunicaciones FC, anotado por el número 33.
For Anungano, it is his second in the final tie. The 79th minute of the first leg put Comunicaciones ahead 2-1. And now he pulls the side level to 3-3 in what already feels like the most momentous and wild final this competition has ever conjured. Lopez. This stadium had immense energy. It was palpable. It never entirely dissipated. Now back on level terms. This national stadium in Guatemala City feels like a bandbox, a powder keg. And Anungano is that man. Spark that lit the fuse. Corner, Comunicaciones. There's Anungano. He was the target on the last set piece. Contreras' set piece service has been exquisite. Contreras all the way through. Aparicio. Vega hampers. The backside stays in for Anungano. Anungano crafts the service. Contreras a long run. Excellent slide. The crowd, pro Comunicaciones on their home ground, roars. Ball back across. Pereira puts it out. Into first half stoppage time. How extraordinary has this final been? From this side, it'll be Oscar Santis. Santis delivers, and Anungano! Yes! Comunicaciones ahead again! Oh, the might of Motagua, weighing Comunicaciones down. Perhaps it looked lost, but Comunicaciones has come through the tail end of the first half. Their talisman twice, 3 in this final for Anungano. And his legend grows with every passing second. Another leaping header, and Elvire can't keep it out. One would imagine the thoughts going through his mind right now as he points skyward isn't far from what these Guatemalan fans are thinking as well. From the brink, they're about to enter halftime with a highly unlikely lead in this CONCACAF League final. And Comunicaciones, if it was ever in question, do not possess a glass jaw. They've taken 2 massive punches. They're going to the dressing room, ahead on aggregate and level on the night. He's a legend now. If it was ever in question, Anungano, 1 in the first leg, and now 2 tonight. 5 in the tournament. He joins Lescano atop the Golden Boot race. 2 in 5 minutes time undoes Motagua's scintillating comeback. And the story now is precisely what it was when we began. A 1-goal lead for Comunicaciones with now just 45 minutes to go. In this CONCACAF League final in Guatemala City, it is Comunicaciones 2, Motagua 2 on the night, and an aggregate, Comunicaciones 4, Motagua 3 at the half in the second leg. CONCACAF League can be described by the parity, which often reigns supreme, by the wild affairs that so often make up its history. Tonight, be much of the same. Motagua, Comunicaciones, the Guatemalan side a 2-1 lead after 1 leg. And it was back to Guatemala City. And Motagua came out firing. 4th minute, Kevin Lopez, magnificent ball. And Roberto Marrera leaps over the top. Bangs home the opener just inside the post. Moscoso How do you possibly stop that? A magnificent ball. As precise a header as he's ever had. 1-0, 2-2 on aggregate for Motagua on the night. Off to the start they were looking for. Motagua would be applying most of the pressure, and it would pay off. 27th minute, Lopez again, and it's Vega. A little help off the head of a defender. Touches off the head of Espino. And Motagua takes the lead in the tie, 3-2. 2 goals in the opening half an hour. And all the talk from Motagua that they just knew they were going to leave Guatemala with the trophy tonight appeared prescient. 2-0 Motagua, 3-2 on aggregate. Goals in the 4th from Herrera, Vega in the 27th, and Kevin Lopez his 2nd and 3rd assists. Decent opportunity for Comunicaciones ultimately resulted in nothing. Rougier able to maintain. But Comunicaciones drawing level. Anungano, right place, right time. Santis, the drive off of Pereira. And driven home by Anungano, whose journeyman-like career has likely reached its peak over the past week. And Anungano again, adding to his legend, his 3rd goal in this final between the 2 legs, his 5th of the tournament, the co-leader. And the sheer joy that comes from Santis' service to his head. Alvier can't keep it out. 2-2 on the night, 4-3 on aggregate to Comunicaciones. Halftime in Guatemala City. Here are the numerical descriptions of this game. It almost doesn't do it justice. 15 shots, of which 4 have found the net, and already this is the 2nd highest scoring game in CONCACAF League final history. Comunicaciones 2, Motagua 2 on the aggregate. Comunicaciones 4, Motagua 3.
The official CONCACAF app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things CONCACAF. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your CONCACAF experience to the next level. Download now the official CONCACAF app. Available on the App Store and Google Play.
Comunicaciones pushed very much to the edge. And in the final minutes of the first half, redemption. This CONCACAF League final twists and turns. And the second half approaches in this second leg. 2-2 on the night between Motagua of Honduras and Comunicaciones of Guatemala. Changes galore at the break from two teams trying to either maintain or snap momentum going into this second half of play. You see Villafranca set to come in. Melendez has come off the bench. Melendez, a starter in the first leg of the final, dealing with a muscular injury. Comunicaciones has made changes as well. Sadavilla's come in. Junior Lacayo has come in off the bench. We'll walk you through all the subs momentarily. Espino and Santis have come off in a double sub for Comunicaciones at the break. Sanavilla and Lacayo in. Villafranca and Melendez have entered for Motagua. Second half underway. Could it possibly be any better than the first? The National Stadium in Guatemala City, the site for the first time for a CONCACAF League final. Leg number 2, Comunicaciones leads 4-3 over Motagua. Early foul. Alski brought down. Motagua, Pereira, and Vega came out at the break. Melendez, Villafranca in his stead. Sadavilla, time at Florida Gulf Coast in the U.S. Matriculated to the Columbus Crew briefly. Time in Pittsburgh and then went overseas. Landed in Kansas City. Now in the full Guatemalan national team. Santos, run out by Lescano. Here's Junior Lacayo. 9 appearances, just 1 start in this competition, but he's bagged 3 goals. Ball launched to the backside. There's Lacayo. The spark off the bench throughout the tournament for Comunicaciones. Floats, headed away. And a powered chance ricochets out to Alski. Handball, free kick, Comunicaciones. Villafranca comes directly into the fray. 21-year-old forward hailing from Honduras. He's played in the Honduran under-20s and under-21s. Jose Manuel Contreras. Matched onto by Rugier. See, Melendez has entered on the back line. I have indeed decided to keep Jonathan Nunez in the fray. Ball lofted. Rugier trying to deal with that. He's now had 2 real awkward moments handling the ball. Was an appeal for a penalty. Leslie Decas into the challenge, but nothing there for our referee, the Mexican Enrique Santander. Lofted and stays in. Motagua trails 4-3 on aggregate. Away goals, not a consideration in this final. All floated away. It's Comunicaciones, by virtue of their record in the competition, that sees them hosting this CONCACAF League final second leg. Nunez set a free kick, swinging his hands around. Elvir. Moscoso. Kyle, a one-man mission present for Comunicaciones up front. Villafranca would get another chance. Elvir. What a story. The man of the hour, Anungano. 2 goals in the final 5 minutes of the first half. Pull Comunicaciones from a goal down to a goal up on the precipice of the halftime whistle. Winding career through Ecuador, Argentina, briefly in Mexico, played in Paraguay and Bolivia, time in China, 2 star-crossed seasons in Chicago as well. He's already scored more goals in this competition for Comunicaciones than he did in 2 seasons in Chicago. Delgado. At 2-2. This is the highest scoring second leg in CONCACAF League final history. The only final that ultimately resulted in more goals was the 2020 single leg instance between Alajuelense, the champion, something I'm sure that their very proud fans remind Saprissa of with regularity. Alajuelense knocking off Saprissa 3-2 on their home ground. One more goal tonight by either team matches the record for most goals in a CONCACAF League final match. Turned over to Elvir. Driven ball across dangerously from Auski. Still now for Motagua. Pounding in front of goal. A bit of contact, not a call. Motagua will receive. What a turn. Anungano, head on a swivel. Anungano crossing. Oh! It's 3-2 on the night. Lacayo off the bench, a bullet again. It's a defensive lapse. It's an overly aggressive attack of the ball. It's Anungano with patience, narrowly onside, held on by Melendez. And it's Lacayo.
Su atención, por favor. Gol para
Comunicaciones 5-3 up. Can you slot it any cleaner than Lacayo just did? His 4th of the tournament. And the highest scoring team in CONCACAF League has 3 tonight, 5 in the final tie. 5-3 advantage. And that trophy, so close for the Guatemalans, will have just one CONCACAF crown to their name. CONCACAF Champions Cup of 1978, twice runners-up. Robles. Turned over. Robles crosses toward the line. Cleared Dacos. That would have been the dagger from Anangano. And Motagua has hit the iceberg. They're sinking in front of our eyes. There has never been a hat trick in the final in CONCACAF League. Anangano was tantalizingly close. Will that moment ultimately come back to bite Comunicaciones? Motagua needs 2 to pull level and send this to extra time, 3 to win it. Elvir. Owski. Room here to operate. Floated forward. Defensive header. Elvir slides this back. Nobody home. This was nearly catastrophic error. Rogier has had an up and down night. And Anangano, a bit too delicate. It's about the only time tonight you could call his work delicate. He's played with such precision, the header that he provided, with such power. He's been simply magnificent tonight. Nunez. Just one goal, and this will all feel so different. Who scores that goal? In time, the mortal enemy of Motagua. Anangano chasing on his own. Elvir. Motagua fell in 2019 to Saprissa in 2018. Daradiano. Elvire dangerously off the crossbar and whipped out by Lopez. This hung in the air for an eternity. Moscoso never got a touch to it. Skews forward Elvire. Lescano. Motagua preparing changes. Assistant coach providing final instructions in anticipation of a new arrival. Touched forward, early ball, excellent save, Rougier. He leaps up, he denies Lescano. And that cat has at least 3 lives. Twice now it appeared lost. Saved by Decas once. Now he's arrived in the nick of time on his own. Lacayo navigates, wins a free kick. What a magnificent save. Contreras. Decas arriving, challenging the header for Lescano. Rougier finally has a true positive moment. Then the foul gives Comunicaciones their latest set piece. Contreras. That right foot, a magic wand. Has left us slack-jawed time and time again. Contreras now backs that header. Launched away by Santos. Play continues. It's ultimately to the benefit of Comunicaciones. Will it find Contreras? It did. Lacayo. Lacayo battled with Decas. Here's the change. Juan Delgado comes out. Jesse Moncada enters. Moncada has been a passing fancy in this tournament. It's just his 4th appearance. His 3rd off the bench. He's played 60 minutes. 3rd sub. 2 were made at halftime for Motagua. Certainly an attack-minded change on foreign soil from Motagua. Contreras, Anungano. Backheel back, somehow with the deflection. Karam toward Anungano in what is a perfect description of this night, though he allows it out for a corner. Comunicaciones 3-2 up on the night, 5-3 up in the aggregate. Contreras, Rogier didn't much control it, but did clear it. Second header's away. Contreras. Wonderful from Saravia. Driven ball forward, snagged by Rogier. He wants to play quickly. He's knocked it off of Anongano. And Anongano is going to be shown a yellow card. Impeding the progress, the goalkeeper and the ball. May have a welt to show for it. Not sure he feels that right now. There's a good chance he walks away with the trophy. It'll be a very distant memory. Motagua push into the final third. Siphoned off by Aparicio. Anongano, excellent. Contreras, Anongano, was he onside? The flag, it's down, and now it's up. With a bit of delay, acknowledged now. Clearly enough. Samayoa rode through the challenge of Villafranca. Lescano, Lacayo, Anongano! Historic! The game of his life! And a game that these fans in their lives will never forget. 3 goals and an assist. He's simply been the best player on the field in all facets. Anongano's night to shine. Guatemala's moment to rejoice. Comunicaciones on the verge of a title. "32 years old. A career that's wound through Central and South America. A jog to Asia, a brief time in the United States. It's in Guatemala that Anongano becomes a forever legend of this Comunicaciones side. It's won so many trophies, but none quite like this. 6-3 on aggregate, 4-2 in the second leg of the final. Motagua, the first 2 goals tonight. They took the lead on aggregate away in Guatemala City. And it is an Anongano-induced collapse. Robles sent to the ground. Tempers flare. Both goalkeepers have entered the fray. And the officials at this stage have a lot of work to do. Multiple reserves have entered the field as well. And the temperature of this game just reached 212 degrees. Robles, kick above the ankle on the planted foot. The card was instant. Marrera tossed Saravia, the one who went into the book initially. Melendez came to Marrera's defense. And with 20 minutes remaining, quite the ruckus. The referee has shown a red card to a member of Motagua's team sitting on the bench. Multiple reserves entered the field of play. That's Delgado making his way toward the dressing room. He had come off moments ago. Have fun with this match report. And for a referee who had a much simpler, in theory, 2017 final in which he oversaw penalties between Santos de Guapolis and Olympia. He's overseen a mountain of CONCACAF League firsts. Play resumes now. Motagua in need, frankly, of a miracle. They need 3 on the road in hostile Guatemala City. Their lead began to evaporate just 14 minutes after they garnered it. Nongano scoring twice before halftime to reassert Comunicaciones in front. And now he's been instrumental in 2 more goals in this second half. 4-2 ahead, 6-3 on aggregate. Bouncing ball. Contact via Franca. No. Comunicaciones bounce out the other way. Franco was the one gesturing for a penalty, but it's Comunicaciones with the player down. Rafael Morales. Comunicaciones a commanding 6-3 advantage in this second leg. 4 unanswered goals over the last 33 minutes of game time. Placed out, a throw for Comunicaciones. 75th minute now. Lacayo off the bench, assisted by Anongano. Anongano, 3 goals tonight, the first hat trick in 9 games of the CONCACAF League Finals over the last 4 years, now a 5th. And Guatemala is en route to their first CONCACAF Club trophy in some 43 years. Elvira. Hold out by Decas. Don't forget that Motagua nearly scored off the crossbar when they were 3-2 up on aggregate, 2-0 up tonight. A free kick from Kevin Lopez from beyond about 40 yards out hammered the woodwork. It would have been as deflating a moment as Comunicaciones could have imagined. It's those moments prove inflection points in finals like this. This with a deflection comes to the backside. Contact galore. Lopez recovers. Turns on Lescano. Floats. Header. High. From Marera. Well, take a look at all this. Multiple players coming off the bench in pink pennies. There's the knock in the background that led to all of that. There's that push from above. There's the red card issued to a Motagua player on the bench, Delgado, who seemed a bit confused by it all. This is the end of the night for Lescano. His role tonight may have been understated, but make no mistake, Costa Rican, big reason why Comunicaciones got to this point in the first place. He leaves having scored 5 goals and assisted 2 more in this tournament. Jose Carlos Pinto off the bench. And it appears now for Comunicaciones with the brunt of the Motagua storm set to ensue in the dying minutes of this final. And to batten down the hatches a bit. The turn, Junior Lacayo, steered wide. Time slipping away from Motagua, empowering for Comunicaciones defending a 3-goal advantage. Time is of the essence. mistake. What Motagua has accomplished remains historic, reaching 3 finals more than any other club in this competition over its 5-year history. To never win the trophy itself. Floated ball, backside, header steered out altogether by Moncada. Almost defies logic. Comunicaciones turn to their bench. Robles comes off. He's involved in the previous brouhaha. Multiple changes for Motagua. This is their final lifeline. Owski coming off. His role had declined as this match continued. In comes Ivan Lopez. Barring extra time, these were the last 2 substitutions for Motagua. Bouncing ball. Klusener has come in. Comunicaciones still have 1 sub remaining. Cross, Lopez. Juan Lopez looking for some space. Floated Elvire. Header left something to be desired. Ball still available until the whistle of the referee. Moscoso latching onto his right leg. Moscoso going down so awkwardly. And Santos tangled up. The advantage for Motagua was 3-2. Half an hour into this match. It's now 6-3 Comunicaciones in the second leg. Melendez. Marco Bueno. And listen to the applause. Juan Luis Anongano. May never experience a night like tonight again. One hopes Anongano truly soaks the magnitude of what he's accomplished. Takes it in fully. One of the most impressive performances we've ever seen in a final in 60 years of CONCACAF. 3 goals, he assisted a 4th. Truly magnificent. Driven ball across, nothing there for Rougier. He allows it to roll through. Decas. Melendez with 5 minutes remaining, plus stoppage in the need for 3 goals. For Motagua, it was a difficult but ultimately promising conclusion to the regular season. And Honduras finished 4th, 3 matches won consecutively, but this 5, potentially now 6 match winless skid has them on the verge of crashing out in the Liguilla domestically and the final now of CONCACAF League in a 1-week span. Well shielded by Lacayo. Contreras. Nunez. Lacayo. Contreras. Driven away by Contreras, who thought he spotted Rogier off his line. Elvir. Lopez. Elvir. Lopez nearly scored from this far out on a free kick. Could have put Motagua 2 goals up in the tie. Would have changed everything. Perhaps he struck it a millimeter wrong. Perhaps the wind gusted just narrowly, but he hit the woodwork. The momentum shifted moments later. Comunicaciones scored 4 unanswered, took control of the tie in staggering fashion. Free kick, Comunicaciones. "90 seconds plus stoppage." Pinto. Good news for Motagua. They will go to Champions League in the spring. This, the latest bruise they have either administered or taken tonight. Such a hard-fought game. They led briefly. This loss will sting brutally. There is no salve for this wound. Their calendar year is over. It's a 2021 of great promise, but ultimately one that'll be singed with regret. Drew Fisher says 4 more minutes. For Motagua, it's a lacking effort from Elvire. The fight was there. One wonders if the hunger changed once they led. They trailed 2-1. They fell in Tegucigalpa. A rare home loss for Motagua in CONCACAF League. Their first in 13 games. Comunicaciones perhaps thought that this game was going to get away from them, that the tie would as well. They absorbed a massive avalanche from Motagua in the opening half hour, powered in front before halftime. They're 3 minutes away from the title. The turn, the shot is off target from Klusener. And with a 3-goal deficit, there may only be 3 good chances left for Motagua now. Klusener did not have a bad idea. He just dragged it. Lacayo.
Te lo vas a poner en el pantalón.
The celebration already feels underway. You can hear it on every touch of the ball. The final minute. Highest scoring team in CONCACAF League this year, not by a small margin. So many heroes. It's Anangano who stands tallest tonight. But what a run for Comunicaciones. And what a landmark occasion for Guatemala. The stadium, this national stadium, has seen so many bright moments, but few match this. The referee takes his first glance at the watch. The trophy resides in Guatemala, a long-awaited crowd, a story for the ages. Comunicaciones win the CONCACAF League. Unbridled joy on the face of Willie Cueto. He spoke of how it would feel if he was not victorious. Didn't dare imagine how glorious this would feel. But it's very real now. Contreras captains Comunicaciones to the CONCACAF League Championship. And Nangano bringing tears to the eyes of the Comunicaciones faithful. Overcome with emotion. Champions League qualification, that was likely the goal for many in this fan base. But to win the title and so emphatically, this celebration will continue in Guatemala City until dawn, likely long after. There's very little chance Contreras intends on ceding that ball now. Aparicio, such an important goal in the opening leg. For a young man who's never played on the senior international stage, surely Jonathan Nunez intends to return, but for all the players of Motagua, they never could have imagined that they would lose quite like this. The 20-year-old stands by his lonesome.
¿Qué tal? Bienvenido, un gusto saludarte. ¿Qué te deja este partido final frente a Comunicaciones? Buenas noches.
La verdad que estamos un poco muy dolidos porque vinimos con la ilusión de lograr el objetivo, pero bueno, creo que hicimos los primeros minutos del primer tiempo, hemos jugado muy bien y después nos subimos mantener el resultado, que bueno, después fueron errores que por consecuencia de eso vino los goles de Comunicación y bueno, no pudimos sostener eso. Habíamos hecho un buen primer tiempo donde, como te digo, no pudimos sostener eso. La verdad que estamos muy dolidos por no poder cumplir con el objetivo, pero bueno, nos queda un sabor muy amargo y bueno, hay que volver a trabajar seguramente el año que viene y nada más.
Bueno, gracias.
For Motagua, I did indeed feel they played well in the opening half. The opening 30 minutes. It was the errors in the final 5 that haunt their players now. And a sentiment echoed many times over from the field. Just how hurt they are. The taste, bitter, left in their mouths. Having taken the lead, ultimately conceding 4 consecutive Comunicaciones goals. And for the third time in 4 years, the third time in the 5-year history of this final, Motagua unable to finish the job, having reached the end of the road.
El capitán de los Cremas José, bienvenido. Bueno, se consigue un título histórico para los Cremas José. Buenas noches, bienvenido.
No te escucho.
Se consigue un título histórico para los Cremas José, bienvenido.
Sí, buenas noches, la verdad muy contentos, muy agradecidos con Dios por esta linda oportunidad que hoy nos da, ¿no? De poder entrar en la historia de nuestro club nuevamente en letras de oro y creo que solo queda resaltar el esfuerzo que hemos hecho a lo largo de todo este tiempo, muy unidos, al que le tocaba jugar sumaba para el mismo lado y creo que hoy ante la adversidad demostramos nuevamente que estamos para grandes cosas. Ojalá que esto sirva para todas las nuevas generaciones y que cuando se trabajan unidos y con mucho sacrificio las cosas se pueden lograr.
¿Qué tuvieron los Cremas para salir campeón hoy?
Unión. Creo que nos tocó en un grupo muy difícil, con rivales muy buenos. En momentos como el de hoy, en el primer tiempo, sufrimos, pero supimos sufrir, tuvimos ese temple, ese carácter para estar ahí dentro de la cancha y nunca bajar la cara. Y ahí quedó demostrado con el marcador, ¿no?
Felicidades, Moy.
Bueno, muchas gracias.
Moito, felicidades.
Captain Jose Manuel Contreras, 35 years young. A 15-year national team career, 3 Gold Cups. But tonight speaks of the happiness that comes with a title previously unattained in club history. One he hopes will be cherished now and as long as this club survives. He thanks God. He also, throughout the dying minutes and the beginning of the celebration, you could see his eyes were trained on the stands. Surely loved ones amongst this highly partisan pro-Comunicaciones crowd. And great pride from the longtime captain in his second stint and his 7th year on Moyo playing for Comunicaciones. Flag tied. Jose Carrena is told there is no place for him at the professional level in Colombia. Now he ties his country's flag around his neck in Guatemala, having taken home the premier prize in Central America. That trophy is about to embark on some kind of adventure here at the National Stadium in Guatemala City. As the presentation is moments away. And glassy-eyed windows into the soul, these Motagua players. Again, tonight, they trailed. There was an intense, genuine belief that they would have the answer. And for 30 minutes they did. They led. Whether the lights were too bright, whether the hunger having gone ahead simply dissipated, whether it was simply Comunicaciones' night, no matter what Motagua did, it will be an empty feeling en route back to Honduras. As for the first time, a Guatemalan side wins the CONCACAF League. And the first club championship for a Guatemalan side in CONCACAF on the major international stage since 1978.
Damas y caballeros,
Before the silver, the gold.
de la edición 2021 de la Liga Concacaf
The medals as
Scotiabank
well.
es Comunicaciones Fútbol Club.
You get the feeling tonight, it doesn't really matter what award is announced. Fair play
Damas y caballeros,
goes to Comunicaciones.
empezamos la ceremonia de premiación con el premio Fair Play, presentado por Scotiabank. El ganador es Comunicaciones Fútbol Club. Representando al equipo de Comunicaciones es José Manuel El Moyo Contreras. ¡Felicitaciones! Comunicaciones Fútbol Club.
I promise you, he's happy to hold that trophy. But he's much more excited to hoist the next one he'll hold.
A la revelación juvenil, presentado por Scotiabank. El ganador del premio es Oscar Santis, de Comunicaciones FC.
22 years old.
Oscar Santis.
This year he debuts for the Guatemalan national team. And now, young player of the tournament, Oscar Santis, has put himself on the radar. The COVID scare during Gold Cup brought him into the national team in the midst of that tournament. And what a 2021 it is for him.
Al mejor portero de la edición 2021 de la Liga Concacaf, Scotiabank. El premio al mejor portero es a Kevin Moscoso, de Comunicaciones Fútbol Club.
He made the most saves in this tournament. He also backstops the winning team. And that gold glove will be on his mantle for a lifetime. Kevin Moscoso, First into the Guatemalan national team at the age of 27 a year ago. The best of CONCACAF League 2021.
El máximo goleador de la edición 2021 de la Liga CONCACAF Scotiabank es Juan Anangono de Comunicaciones Fútbol Club.
Juan Luis Anangono might have to stay on that stage. He's won the Golden Boot, 6 goals, including 3 tonight, 4 in the final tie, 3 assists.
El mejor jugador de la competencia. De igual manera, es para Juan Anangono de Comunicaciones Fútbol Club.
It's the shortest walk to the grandest prize an individual can receive in this tournament. Juan Anangono, 2 trophies that embody what he brought to this final and to these fans in Guatemala City. Lifelong memories.
En ceremonia de premiación continúa con la presentación de la medalla conmemorativa a los árbitros de la final.
You'd have to say there was 0 controversy tonight. For that, every referee at the end of a final is grateful. It was a well-worked final by the 3 Mexicans on the field. Enrique Santander, Alberto Marin, Ibrahim Martinez, and the 4th official, Canadian Drew Fisher. For Santander, it is his 2nd final that he's overseen, and he's done so with an impressive performance in totality.
Felicidades a los jugadores y entrenadores de FC Motagua por su excelente participación en la edición 2021 de la Liga CONCACAF Scotiabank.
So often this is the loneliest walk. They say it's penalties, but picking up a medal for finishing 2nd likely supersedes it. The fact that the players from the Comunicaciones roster, the tunnel they created, some sentiment of positivity on a night that for Motagua will prove among the more painful in their history, given how close they were to the trophy that they must walk by in Guatemala City. A worthy rival. They say history is written by the victors. There is no history to this tournament without Motagua. Even if come final, they haven't quite been able to get over the hump. This is the end of their 2021, one of great success, but ultimately one that ends without a trophy in this Apertura and this CONCACAF League campaign. We've made Honduras proud, even in a devastated, defeated effort. And now the moment that every player at Comunicaciones has dreamed of since they first laced up their shoes.
2021 de la Liga CONCACAF Scotiabank. Felicidades a los jugadores y entrenadores de Comunicaciones Fútbol Club. Felicidades a nuestro nuevo campeón.
They were the best when it mattered most. They are 11 unbeaten in all competitions. They have the best goalkeeper, the Golden Boot winner, the best player, the best young player, and the Fair Play Award. It's a clean sweep. They've got the gold medal at the end of the road as well. And the fans here in Guatemala City will look favorably upon this Comunicaciones side that's covered themselves in glory tonight. From 2-1 up to 3-2 down after the first half hour. Their first leg victory, a distant memory, but 4 unanswered goals. Brings Guatemala this magnificent triumph. Brings Comunicaciones a trophy that will live on for all time. Contreras awaits. You see Willie Coito in the backdrop. This is his 3rd time managing the team. He'd won titles. Surely nothing like this. Jose Manuel Contreras knows the trophy that awaits. Comunicaciones, the latest historic feat in Guatemala City, CONCACAF League champions in 2021.
Gracias a los aficionados que nos siguen desde casa. Esperamos que hayan disfrutado de una nueva edición de la Liga CONCACAF Scotiabank. Buenas noches.
The vocals of Coldplay and Chris Martin. And they'll serenade these players first. It's that trophy. It'll be here all night. They'll walk this around the stadium here in Guatemala City. Photos that'll last a lifetime. Memories will transcend. Comunicaciones have won the title. There is such a thing as KG finals. This was not that. Motagua trailed after the first leg, but they equalized in the 4th minute. A dream start, the prelude to a nightmare. Morera, 4th minute. Brilliant service from Kevin Lopez. Lopez would be called upon again moments later. Morera, Lopez, across to Marco Vega. 27th minute. 2-0 on the night. 3-2 on aggregate. Motagua toppling Comunicaciones' advantage. And perhaps this Honduran giant would finally walk away with the crown that they've come so close to. This appeared to be aimed for the top corner. Would it have been a dagger from Kevin Lopez, who'd been magnificent? He had started his race toward the bench. It wasn't meant to be. It opened the door to a massive change of momentum. First, this effort from Jorge Aparicio through the grasp of Rougier, leans back, keeps it out of the net by the slimmest of margins, maintaining a 3-2 advantage, but it wouldn't last. Contreras, ball bounces back, Sentis off Pereira, Anongado. The beginning of the night he'll never forget. Pereira involved on the initial header away. He defends the back post. It's Anongado, right place, right time. That was in the 42nd minute. Skip to stoppage time. Elvire can't keep it out. Anongado, a bullet inside the post. 4-3 on aggregate, 2-2 on the night. Skip ahead to the second half. Anongado, 54th minute. Drives into the penalty area, finds Junior Lacayo. It's a 2-goal advantage. It's 5-3 on aggregate. It appeared this would be the dagger. Nongano seeking the first hat trick in CONCACAF League final history. He's denied after the porous turnover right to Robles. But Nongano would eventually have his moment. After a great save by Ruggier, denies Lescano, seeking his 6th goal of the tournament. It'd be Nongano getting his 6th. The crisscrossing runs through the legs of Lacayo, and Nongano makes it 6-3 and sends Guatemala City into a frenzy. CONCACAF League champions. The first international crown for Comunicaciones since 1978. One of the historic giants in Guatemala. They sweep all the trophies, including the one that mattered most. Well, what a magnificent final. That trophy will be carried around. It'll be lofted, hoisted, carried, and loved. Comunicaciones win it on aggregate 6-3. Motagua falls in the final a 3rd time in 4 years. For our entire team at home and abroad, Mike Watts saying so long from Guatemala City. Congratulations to the champions, Comunicaciones.